Hey everyone, this is Art of the Screenshot, and I thought I'd bring you a new video today on how I did this photo of my friend Snacks, Snacksaramus. He's one of my good friends on Instagram, and we did some photos of his warlock, and people seem to really like this photo that I did of him, so I thought I'd just go over how you can add this effect to your photos, and some of the things I do to kind of clean up the image. So once again, we're going to be using PicsArt. It's a photo editing app that I use on the iPhone, and I highly recommend it. It has a lot of tools, and we're going to be using that app for all of what we do today. So looking at this photo here, I've kind of gone in and added a few filters, like the HD filter that I commonly use, and then increase the brightness a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the tools option at the bottom, which has the crop symbol, and it's going to have a lot of options for us, but on the top row on the far right it says dispersion, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to use a dispersion effect. Using two fingers you can zoom in to a spot that you want to create the dispersion effect, and usually using the tool at the bottom, I'm going to just kind of fill in just half of the subject's face. So whatever's in red is going to be the part that disperses. So, and what I like about this shot is that part of it will disperse, but this part will stay. So it'll look like just his face mostly is kind of fading into, just fading away. After you've selected what you want to disperse, you're just going to click the top right arrow and it's going to do the dispersion effect for you. Now we have some options here. One of the flaws in this effect is on PicsArt is that they're kind of just triangular shaped dispersion kind of pieces. You can switch the size here. So that's kind of a large triangles. I like to go and just as small as I can. It kind of makes it look more like dust particles if you're far away. And I'm going to use the eraser tool to get rid of just a few of these because they're really obvious triangles. Just kind of clean them up here. And the check mark. Now things you can do, you can use the stretch option to change how far out these are going to be shooting. And you can use, we already did the size, the direction, so up or to the side or down, or you can even fade it across the face. I like to find kind of a good natural way for it to flow. And I don't really use the fade option, just takes it away, and the blend option doesn't really work in this mode. But using this you can kind of create some cool effects, and I'll give you a quick hint, or not hint, but little tip to kind of clean it up. If you say we were zoomed in really close, you're doing someone's face or a picture of yourself, there's these weird ghost lines right in the center where we made the divide. Just use the eraser tool and you can just clean them up so it'll seem more natural as there's a transition into the dispersion effect, and I just use that just to clean it up. And then we'll click the check mark and apply. Last thing I did for that photo is I went into the effects, artistic, and then I used the oil painting effect to make those triangular shapes seem more just kind of random instead of being like a certain shape. You can increase the amount or decrease. If you increase it but you want to like keep the detail of your character or your subject, you can use the eraser tool and erase, you know, all of the effects that are the oil painting effect off the rest of the person. I might keep some of it there though. And that way it seems more natural instead of just like triangular shapes. Anyway, these are just some quick tips on how to jazz up your photos, kind of make some things look a little more unique, and how to use the dispersion effect on PicsArt. And I think it looks pretty good.